Okay, I think that's good. Hey, everybody, welcome to Sub Sunday. Um, we have games from 2 weeks ago and 1 week ago and today. We have games from 2 weeks ago. So we have 14 games. Somebody put the game in the wrong channel. We renamed the channels on Twitch, on not on Twitch, on Discord, because people keep putting the games in the wrong channel. So now it should be more clear. And so forth. Yeah, go Kansas City. My brother asked me before the games today who I thought would win, and I said Washington and Buffalo. So that looks good for Kansas City. Now, some of these games we may have looked at 2 weeks ago. I don't think we did. And it could be you submitted a game last week or 2 weeks ago that we're not going to get to. So if that's the case, just submit next week. Because I didn't stream last weekend. I was playing in Charlotte. And then I didn't get to a lot of games 2 weeks ago. Sit Bear subscribed. And so forth. Go Tensor extension. So we didn't have a lot of games submitted today, but we had a lot of games from 2 weeks ago and last week. Last week I didn't stream because I was playing in Charlotte, but people still submitted games. Not many people submitted games today, and 2 weeks ago I went over less than half the games. So we have a lot of games to go over. And if your game's not here, just submit it next week. Thanks for the subscription, Sit Bear. Let's see, we have 21 people watching on YouTube and nobody's chatted yet. Terrible. And we'll start analyzing the games at 8 p.m., which is in 7 minutes. And we should get to all the games today. I'm not going to be as funny as I was 2 weeks ago. Hi, man with head of dog. There's a movie coming out in the movie theater soon that has a similar title to your name. Like Man Dog or Dog Man or something. It's a cartoon, so you should be able to follow it. Maybe. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy. Give the governor a harumph. Harumph, harumph. You watch your ass. Hi, Mexico. Not that I've ever seen Blazing Saddles, 30 times. So we should be on Chess TV in 6 minutes. Then we'll start doing the game analysis. I am terrified of the world. Welcome to my world. Thoughts on Vaishali Yakoboyev. I never realized when I was a little kid that when I grew up, two of the best players in the world would be named Norderbeck. I never thought that. I don't think it's a big deal. I think Yakuboev is Muslim, and he's not allowed to touch a woman who's not related to him. So I think it's as simple as that. There's a lot of people who don't shake hands for one reason or another. I think that's the reason. Anyway, if somebody doesn't want to shake hands, who cares? Michael and Michael. Well, I think their name's Mikhail, but yeah. Germophobia is, I think, from Seinfeld. No, I think it's just he's Muslim, so he can't shake hands with a woman. Go Columbia. What about Columbia, Missouri? Hey, everybody. Welcome to this stream. We'll be doing sub game analysis on Sunday. If you're watching on Twitch, you're required to sub or give subs because it's Sub Sunday. I don't make the rules. I just make them up. Hey, it's Hit Bear. Go Hit Bear. We got Sit Bear on Twitch, and we got Hit Bear on YouTube. It was the Soup Nazi. Yeah, Elon Musk said his favorite episode of Seinfeld is the Soup Nazi. You promise Hit Bear and I aren't the same person? Well, then I promise I believe you. In the same vein. Grandmaster Gus gifted a sub to somebody. Thanks for gifting a sub. We're 22 subs away from 600. Did you participate in the ORA tournament 1985 Amsterdam? I did not. I played probably in 89. But not an 85. Yeah, 85 is the wrong year. Oh wait, did you write 89 and I can't read? Wait, that's even more likely. No, that is a 5. Although I can't see. Yeah, it wasn't 85. It was. I played in 1990. And I might have played in 89. I think I played more than once in that tournament. The 6 million bit man. Grandmaster Gus gifted a sub to Moves. Thanks, Grandmaster Gus. Grandmaster Gus gifting subs is like my Uncle Sasha picking up a check. It's a very rare occurrence. You start a new job tomorrow? Good, good. Thanks for the kudos, Philip. That's my middle name, Philip. I can't see how your name is spelled, but my name has one L. I think yours does too. But I can't see. I need to set font size to much bigger. I wonder if I could change the font size. Hi, Chess TV. I'm Ben. It's Sub Sunday. We're trying to get to 600 subs today. We're currently at 580. We have 14 games to look at today. Don't forget to buy my new course on Chessable. It came out last week. It's called Sicilian Surprise, Neo Boleslavsky. The symbol for two bishops? I assume it's two bishops. I knew 40 years ago. But I haven't seen it in Formatter in over 20 years. Two bishops, what else? Sounds like bishops of the same color. Which is better, chess or cheese? Chess. Easy question. Okay, let's start. found a nice rook sack. I think it was pretty clean conversion. Now that I'm 1700, I can definitely say 1700s are scrubs just like 1600s. I didn't see who subscribed. Grandmaster Gus gifted a sub to somebody. Thanks, Grandmaster Gus. Okay, our hero's black. Bishop c4 is not a very good move. Bishop f5 isn't great either, but it's playable. But it's not really where black wants the bishop because this diagonal's open. White's wasting a lot of time. And black is already doing great. Ooh, castle queenside with my open c file. Yeah, that's a very poor move. So far this game, black's playing pretty well, and white has made 3 or 4 moves that aren't very good. F3 is not very good. Yeah, black has a monster attack here against white's king. That's a good exchange sack. The reason it's good is because after takes, knight takes here, black has a crushing move. Although the engine says there's several crushing moves. But I was thinking knight takes c3. And the idea is if king takes knight, then queen b4 is checkmate with advantage. Now black's forking everything, and white's king is exposed. Wow, the best move is queen b4, not taking anything. But taking that's also winning. Yeah, and black's up 3 pawns for nothing and as an attack. And g5 doesn't really help. Black has a good plan. b5, b4, b3, b2. That just hangs this pawn with check. Now black's up 4 pawns for nothing. And then white resigned. I mean, black played almost perfectly that game. If I was white that game, I would accuse black of cheating. Even if black didn't cheat, might as well accuse him. Anyway, I'm going to send that game over to Kramnik to see what he thinks of black's play. White's play was subpar, but black's play was excellent. That was a 10-minute game. I think white resigned. Okay, so that was a good first game to look at. Okay, the next game is Greek guy with beard versus Sit Bear. I don't see the game in the PGN viewer analysis. Yeah, I don't see the game. Maybe he deleted it. Okay, so our hero's black. This was a game 60, delay 10. Yeah, now white wins a pawn with a nice tactic. Bishop takes b7. Then you have queen b5 check. Very nice by your opponent. Yeah, that's not good because bishop c6 check is annoying. Yeah, here white should play knight e5. Then if black takes the bishop, knight takes, forks the queen and rook. So knight e5 helps white get a bigger initiative than he did in the game. But white's still a pawn up with a better pawn structure. But he's not our hero. Black is our hero. Not sure why queen... Oh, queen c7 is dubious because of bishop f4. Yeah, that is a good reason. Okay, so black's losing, but he's like a little losing. That just hangs the a2 pawn, so that's not good. Now black is back in the game. Now it's about equal. Now it's just equal. White plays for the win. Now black's better. Yeah, white should have kept attacking the queen and repeating. Now white's on the defensive. And that's a blunder because black has a weak back rank. So now white can win, but white played rook a8, which is bad. But white could play knight e1, attacking the queen and attacking the rook. And if you play rook takes rook, then rook here is going to be checkmate, even though black can block with 4 different pieces. It's just giving them away. And if queen takes, then I trade queens and I mate you the same way. If you defend your rook, then I take it and play queen takes b3. Because knight e1 also attacks this rook, and attacks this rook, and attacks this queen. So knight e1 would have won for white. So the Greek guy with the beard wasn't hiding an engine in his beard. He played rook a8. Now black is better if black can find queen takes rook check, which he did. And now white can't take the rook because rook a1 is going to lead to mate. A lot of back rank problems this game. Yeah, so now black is just much better. Yeah, and that just blunders the knight. That pins the knight to the queen, so black can play rook d8. So that's a pretty bad move. Yeah, there were a lot of blunders that game. A lot of times, this is how I beat low-rated players, is neither one of us plays any good, and strategically, positionally, opening prep is all terrible. And the engine goes back and forth saying who's better. But then my opponent makes like double question mark moves that hang material, and then I take material. So that was what Sitbear did. Good job, Sitbear. Also, Peter Giannatos doesn't have a beard. Yeah, this game was played in July of 2024. You can submit any game you want as long as you're a sub. Okay, next game. George Pass Chess versus Big Fun 2. This was a 15-10 game. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, here it is. Hi, Ben. It's George. This is a 15 plus 10 game I played against my friend on chess.com. We called during the game, so I know the exchange sack on move 25 was intentional. What? I took advantage of all my winning chances except for one thing. Thanks, JAA928, for subscribing. Go, JAA928. Okay, so our hero is black, and this game was 15-10, and it was played about 3 weeks ago. Everybody in the chat is banned due to bad jokes and terrible chat. I play this with black. I play that too. That move I don't play. When I play bishop e7, I don't play a6. And when I play a6, I don't play bishop e7. There's nothing wrong with it. It's fine. You know, black's doing quite well. Good play by black. Yeah, black's playing great. Probably rook takes is better, because rook takes attacks the knight and puts pressure on all these pawns on the 5th rank. But black's still better here with 2 bishops and a nice center. Yeah, the engine doesn't like a5 because white can just take it. And then the bishop on e2 can defend the a6 pawn if white plays a6. Yeah, now it says white's fine. And this position it says is equal. Okay, so this must be what the players were talking about. Black is threatening to take the rook, and black is threatening to take the pawn. And white decided to save the pawn, which the engine doesn't like. The engine just says move the rook somewhere and it's equal. Now the engine likes black a lot. Yeah, now black should actually sacrifice the exchange because black would win all of these pawns and black would be a pawn up in the rook endgame, probably winning. So takes, rook takes check, king moves somewhere, rook a5 takes this. Black has really good winning chances because black can get like a nice center structure, push those pawns. Now it says after c4 it's equal. So the exchange sack wasn't very good. And that exchange sack leads to a draw. Since black played king d6, king c7, black should play king b6. And the engine says black is very close to winning. Now it says it's just a draw. Yeah, the engine agrees with the repeating. So white sacked the exchange, and the engine didn't like it. Then black should have sacrificed the exchange, but did not. Then when black did sack the exchange, the engine thought it was too late to do that. Then they played well and repeated. They got to this drawn position. So that's a pretty good game. A couple mistakes. Okay, so good game. Okay, the next game is Jim Can Chess. He's our hero versus opponent. I gotta find that. I can't find the game in the channel. Oh wait, I think I found it. Okay, I did find it. Hi Ben. Recent Blitz tournament game, 5 minutes. Probably one of my best wins at the time control, including a brilliant, according to chess.com, move, exclam. Okay. So white's our hero, and this is a 5-minute game. White's 1248, and black is 1669. So far, so good. Position's about equal. Yeah, the engine doesn't like c takes d5. Just keeping the pawn on c4 is nice. Controls the center. The engine actually likes knight takes, which probably black didn't play because black was worried about their g-pawn. But the knight on d5 is attacking e3. And the only way to defend the e3 pawn is to play knight f1, which is not what white wants to play. So knight takes would be preferable. These moves are all good. Position's about equal. The engine prefers taking with the f pawn. That way you open up the line for your rook and you gain a tempo on the knight. It says black is slightly better. It doesn't like bishop f6. It wants to take this. and says black is clearly better after knight takes, pawn takes, bishop g5, threatening this, which wins the house, and rook takes e5, which wins like an apartment, I guess. And the problem with queen g3, which defends both, is black plays d4. And, I mean, it's like white has a house in LA. It's, collapsing and on fire and stuff. Too soon? But it's a 5-minute game, so. Yeah, it says black should play d4, and black has a big advantage. Although I would be worried about e4. But I guess I could play knight d5 because the e-pawn's pinned. There's a pawn here. It seems like black only took into account that white would take with the queen, and then black's winning because the rook's not sufficiently defended. But if white takes with the pawn, then black just gave up a knight for a pawn. So this is like the other games we've looked at today. Both sides play okay, but not too good. And then black gives a piece away with double question mark move. Like just knight takes, giving a piece away. Terrible. Chess Ninja's banned. Okay, now white's a piece up. So I don't know why black did that. Miscalculation on his part. Well, I like knight h4 because I like knight f5. Also knife f5. Whoa. That move is crazy enough, just crazy enough to work. Now, the engine says that move is fine. It likes the piece sacrifice attacking black's king. Yeah, and now it says black's king is finished. Very nice game by white. Black blundered a piece, then white sacrificed a piece that was sound and got a mating attack as a consequence. In fact, when white sacrificed the piece with knight g6, the engine wouldn't take it. The engine just moved its king because it thought this was too good for white. Everybody's banned. Mr. Caffin Spiff, you're banned. Okay, next game is Sukum versus Enemy. Or if the guy's name was Enemy. Having trouble finding these games in the. Ah, here it is. Hello, Ben. This is a game I played at my local chess club. As white, I wanted to adjust my pieces after my opponent started the clock. To my surprise, he called touche the moment I touched my knight on b1. I was aware that this rule exists, and I didn't announce Jadub. But since I've seen games where grandmasters do the same, I called BS. However, no referee was present. It was just a hasty setup Christmas tournament with a few players. No one in the club knew what to do and agreed with my opponent. Thus, I was forced to move the knight on my first move. A bit out of frustration, I placed it on a3. What followed was a crazy ride in unknown territory for the both of us. Enjoy. Ugh. Everything about that paragraph is the worst thing I've ever read. Based on that paragraph, everybody's banned. The game's pretty good. B4. God damn. I like it. That move's not good. Because white wants to play B5 and take on A7. Long castles is also good, since the D pawn was weak. The engine wants to play rook takes d4. I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with bishop takes d1. Knight f5, and it says white's winning. So it's an exchange sack and white's winning. It likes white in this position too. White has the two bishops and white has the what else. Yeah, black's rooks just aren't very good. White's bishops are going to take over soon. So this position is really good for white. Good exchange sack. Yeah, now white's just winning. Yeah, black's king is in dire straits. Okay, and that move is a blunder. C6, actually, the engine announces mate. It says black is checkmated here. After b6, black is winning with rook takes e4. And the idea is if you take it, then I play d3, and white has some issues here. That's pretty impressive. Yeah, engines are good. But, and black did play rook takes e4. And now black has mate with queen c2 or queen takes rook. It would be hard for me not to play queen takes rook check here, but black didn't. And black's winning. Queen takes c5 is forced mate, according to the engine. And that's a blunder that loses, because black doesn't have any threats here. So black should play either queen here threatening the rook, or queen here threatening the rook and the bishop. And then black's winning. Now white's actually winning, even though black is up a queen, because black's queens can't do anything over here. Yeah, now white wins. Boy, that was an amazing game. That was really topsy-turvy. I like the way the game started out with the guy saying, you touched your knight, you have to move it, instead of letting the guy adjust his pieces. That's what we call in the business a dick move. I don't know anything about bird culture, but I'm an expert on bird law. 4 queens, what else? Okay, Clark Vanderhoven is our next hero. Let's see if I can find that game. Marlon Rigel. A game in which my opponent gave me a chance, but I misplayed it pretty badly. Okay, so this game was played 5 days ago. White is 1760 and black is 1737. Game 90 with a 30-second increment. And black is our hero. Normal King's Indian. I play c6 with black also. Yeah, this is the line I play with black. Man, I got crushed in this line. 91's reasonable. Probably black should play d5 since white wants to play e4. Bishop e6 is okay. Yeah, the engine doesn't like b5 because it says white can play e5 and try to open this diagonal up, I guess. Yeah, white did that. Yeah, because b5 weakens the c6 square, which the knight can go to. Yeah, that's... White wants to play knight c6 later. White should just play knight e2 here and try to get the other knight to d4, and then both knights can go to c6 and ensconce itself in black's position. Or, if white doesn't want to ensconce his knight on c6, he could ensconce it in velvet. Now position's equal. That's just a blunder because I can take the knight. No, you take the knight. Oh, give me the knight. Uh-huh. 2 knight. Then if white takes this knight, we play c2, and we have a passed pawn in the 7th rank, which we can defend. Now it's equal again. That move's a mistake. Black should play rook to d8, attacking this pawn. Then black can keep attacking the pawn. Pawn's weak. Now white has the two bishops. Yeah, you don't want to give up this pawn, because this pawn becomes passed. You want to give up this pawn. So knight d6 was the best move. Now white is easily winning. Bishop h3 is good. Bishop g2 is good. Yeah, and the rook is trapped. This reminds me of a game that I lost in this line. Except I lost worse. So the idea is if rook takes, we have knight check. Although that doesn't work because we have d7 later. So you can play rook takes. It's actually the best move. Yeah. Yeah, if black plays check and takes the rook, then white plays d7. So black resigned here. That was a pretty good game. Both sides had their chances. But yeah, black had the chance by taking the knight on c3 instead of trading queens. Then b5 wasn't a good move because it gave away c6. And then when black had a choice of giving away the b4, e7 pawns, black chose the wrong pawn. Yeah, when someone adjusts their pieces before the game, they're adjusting their pieces. You don't call touch move on that. That's just because you're like a terrible person. Most people are terrible people. The worst are horses. Horses are terrible people. I saw it on Family Guy. Okay. Hey, Ben. I had to use each of my 960 ELO points to navigate this Queen's Gambit game. I didn't have much of a game plan on move 12 and hoped I could maneuver the bishop to c7 to make a battery aimed at h2. What should I have done instead? Well, sounds good. Okay, so our hero is black, and this is a 10-minute game. Both players are rated in the 900s. This game was played 2 weeks ago. Almost 3 weeks ago. Bishop g4 is considered inaccurate, and white should play knight e5 here. Ooh, h3. Ooh. Ugh. Blah. h3. God damn. b3. Oh, God. What are you, 900? Oh, never mind. Man, I know why his name is Dim Sam now, because his name's Sam, but he's a bit dim. Yeah, black's playing fine. That move's a little weird, but all right. Knight takes is a little weird. Knight's good on c6. Take with the queen. Weak pawn here. G4. God damn. That's a bit optimistic. Knight G3 hangs the pawn on F4, so Knight G3 is bad. Well, if I ever have a book, Never Play F3, then this position can go on the cover. And white did play F3. It's Mighty Gopher. That's correct. Mari Chest Ray with a party of 72. Oh my god. Oh, thanks for the raid. Yay. I can't believe it. We got a raid from Mari Chess. This is one of the greatest days of my life. Mari Chess subscribed and said hi. Wow. Thanks, Mari Chess. You like the Mari Chess impression? Thank you. Bam. So that game was around equal for a while. Then white gave away the F pawn. Then white gave away the knight. So that was bad. Yeah, don't give all your pieces away. Although our hero was black, so that was good. We're only 17 subs away from 600. Go subs. Want to thank Jum Juma, who 6 days ago gave 100 subs. Hello. I don't own jeans, so I can't wear jeans. Yeah, never play F3 is correct. Okay, and the next game is from the guy who's giving lots of subs this stream. Go, Gus. Check Twitch chat for info. Okay, so our hero is 1900 and his opponent's 2150. And he wrote a lot of notes to the game. Notes like, gotcha, bitch. So those are good notes. Grandmaster Gus wrote about the game here. Okay, our hero's white. So far, no mistakes. No, never play F3. The fantasy variation. When I face this in Blitz, I play E5, confusing my opponent. E5 is not a good move, but you know. Queen B6 is fine. This is all fine. The engine prefers E5, but Bishop E2 seems good. Yeah, I don't like Bishop B4, Bishop takes knight. I don't know why Black's losing a tempo to give away the two bishops. The pawn structure doesn't matter here, it's the piece activity and the fact that Black has no development. Yeah, this was very poor decision, bishop here and takes. Black needs to develop and castle, not give away the two bishops in the dark squares. Gus writes, my opponent correctly deduced knight takes e4 is suicide. Yeah, black castling seems reasonable. Now we always have to sack the exchange. Bam! First played in the game, gotcha versus bitch. Remember, always sack the exchange. Yeah, white's just winning here because black's development is ridiculous. Black's queen's misplaced. Black's king is terrible. White has the two bishops and the Vatals. Now white's threatening bishop takes c8 and queen g4, leading to mate. Now white's threatening queen g3 check and queen takes f6. Both moves win. Also winning is knight e6, which nobody would ever play. The idea is if rook takes, it blocks the bishop. So we have queen g4, queen g7. And if the bishop takes, that blocks the rook. So queen takes f6. If white plays queen takes f6 here, black can play queen e5. So knight e6 is like if your opponent's cheating. But knight f5 is actually a better move, because always play knight f5. Now white's threatening queen g4, queen g7. Black's rooks are useless spectators in this debacle, which black calls an opening. E takes f5 actually is bad because of king h8 and rook g8. But now black doesn't have time for king h8 because this pawn's hanging with check. So now black can resign. Queen f4 and queen f3 both win. If queen takes f6, then black can play queen g4. So now we're going to play queen g3 check and mate. And now Gus correctly annotated the next game with gotcha bitch. Who can guess what Gus did in this position other than Gus? Gus can probably guess, but what about other people? White played the quickest way to win. What? Sitbear got it right. What engine are you using, Sitbear? Yeah, queen g4 check. Then Gus wrote, gotcha, bitch. Yeah, that was a nice game. Yeah, black got punished for his bishop b4 takes c3 with a series of scintillating sacrifices. You see what happens when you donate subs to the stream? You play scintillating sacrifices. Grandmaster Gus gave a sub. Go, Grandmaster Gus. Your spelling of scintillating is shallow and pedantic. We need somebody to give 15 subs or 115 subs, getting us to 700 subs. Then you would be ahead of Juma, who only gave 100 subs. Terrible. Who will give 115 subs? Although if somebody gives 100 subs, I'll give 15. But then you wouldn't be ahead of Juma, unless you've already given subs. 1,500 subs. That sounds expensive. I wouldn't want 1,500 subs. I want 1,400 subs. That way we have exactly 2,000. 1,500's overkill. Rooks for Rental's banned for his ridiculous question. I can eat 1,500 sandwiches if they're vegan. I would just need a little over a year. Grandmaster Gus gave 5 subs. Time for a hype train. What's the best vegan sandwich? I don't know. Probably a sandwich I haven't had before. Yes, Black resigned here due to Mate and 1. Yeah, PB&J is good. Even better than PB&J is PB&J on Gold. Recommended by Snoop. If the 2700 had a medical emergency and had to resign, he'd still win. Kasparov's birthday, that sounds like March 13th. Oh, it's April 13th. Is it April 13th or March 13th? I forgot. Big money, no whammies, stop. JAA928 donated $99.99. Like subs, but more for you. Thanks, JAA928. Yay, JA928 got a shout out. Good, good. Good job, Mubot and Tensor. Which one's the bookiest? Good question. Let's go hype train. We're at level 2, people. Let's get to level 3. We need 2 subs. Or maybe 1 sub. JAA928 gave a lot of subs, but I can't tell how many. It's too many. He gave 10 subs. Thanks, JAA928. We got to 600 and level 5. JAA928 saving the stream. Only 100 subs till 700. That's right. If this was like a Chess Bros stream, it'd be like 1 minute till we had 100 extra subs. Oh, snap. Okay. So here's the comment. My second loss in a rated OTB tournament game. I think F takes E4 was double question mark. allowing the white bishop to x-ray the rook in the corner, when I could have played f4. But I guess I was fixated on getting to play knight f4. Bishop h8, very suspicious. This is game 45, delay 5. White's rating was 1705. And black is our hero. This game was played last month. So far, so good. Ooh, rook e8. That's not a good move. e5 or knight a6 or knight bd7 or c5 or queen e8 are the best moves. Yeah, typically you don't want to mix knight bd7 with c5. Now it says e5 is really good because the knight is trapped on I wonder if I could play e5 the previous move. Yeah, e5 is good here too, but there's knight g4. Yeah, e5 is even stronger because the knight's trapped on f6. It's going to go here and then you lose your knight. This is also very good for white. Bishop h8? It's playable. Ooh, that's a good pawn sacrifice. Oh, white didn't take it. Also interested. Yeah, that's a mistake. White should take on f5. Now after bishop f6, it's equal. Yeah, now black's doing fine. Yeah, this is just equal. Somehow the game ends in 8 moves. But the engine says after b5, black's slightly better. Ooh, that's a mistake. Yeah. The rook isn't well placed on a8, so black should play something like rook b8. Or well, actually this rook to b8. Or rook f6. Because the rook is attacked. Yeah, now white's much better. Yeah, now this pawn is weak. And if you take this pawn, bishop d5 pins the rook. Yeah, now black's losing. Yeah, now the e file is hanging. There's good and there's not good. Rook f3 is not good. You remember the engine move or you use during analysis? I use during analysis. That way my analysis is good. Yeah, I think black forgot there was a bishop here. Yeah, here black's like a little lost, but, you know, anything could happen. I mean, white's winning, but this isn't Tata Steel, which rook f3 shows. So black made 2 mistakes that game. Bishop takes e6 was a mistake. And then rook f3 was a mistake. Otherwise, black played fine, I thought. 22-21, beginning of fourth quarter. And pretty close game. Oh, for the Greek guy with beard game, Manmoth would not approve of this game, according to Sitbear. Well, I'm not sure why. Hey, Ben. Decided to play in the Charlotte Open so I can watch your games in person. Well worth it. I misevaluated knight takes a4. I thought knight takes b7 was a cool tactic and that I had a better position no matter what afterwards. But as usual, I was wrong. Okay, so our hero's white. And this was played in the Charlotte Open, like under 1300 section, in round 2. Our hero has white. Okay, pretty equal position. Very equal. Now black's very slightly better. That just hangs the c pawn. The engine says bishop c4 is the best move. I guess then if you take the c pawn, my a pawn's defended. But this still looks terrible for white. Now black's winning. Black's 2 pawns up. And that's a blunder that loses the game. Wow. It says rook hd1 just wins. I'm not sure why. Oh, I thought black could castle, but that's illegal. Yeah, so bishop c8's a blunder. Black should play knight a6 or h6, putting pressure on white's position. Yeah, now white's winning because black can't legally castle since black already moved their king twice. Ooh, knight takes b7 is tricky. It's not the engine move, but it's okay. And that's a blunder. Yeah, now white's a piece up. Yeah, the point is if black takes, white has rook d7 check because the knight's pinned. Then this bishop is hanging. Yeah, there's the point. And black resigned because after king f8, there's rook takes and white's up a piece for nothing. So black played very well until here, and then bishop c8 loses, blocking the rook's defense of d8. Yeah, we want to be able to play king e7, but that's walking into all kinds of tricks with the knight pinned. The knight takes b7. Very interesting game. It looked like black was winning, and then like one move later, white's winning. Good game. Okay, it's a Bonarici game. Let's see. I really like Arena Kings. This time I finished in 95th place. Yay, I guess. Okay, Bonarici's white. He's our hero. And it's 3 minute. Yeah, Yasser likes to play this way. Bishop d3 and knight e2. Yeah, again, knight bd7 and c5 isn't good. White's already much better. I don't think that's dubious. I think that's fine. E5 is not a good move. Now black has no play. Black's getting smushed. Knight g3 is not dubious. That's fine. Ignore the engine. Yeah, black just can't do anything. Bonarici's too good. Ooh, king g7. Now, if you ever see a chess book and the title of the book is Never Play f6, written by Grandmaster Ben Feingold, this position will be on the cover. So what black was worried about, and rightfully so, is rook f7 check and rook takes knight. However, black should have also been worried about knight f5 check. But black just saw the rook f7 check and stopped it. After knight f5 check, he resigned. It's a 3-minute game. Although black is 1850, so black should see knight f5 check. Always play knight f5. Yeah, f6 not good. Just like that other game earlier where f3 wasn't good. And the refutation of f6 is knight f5 check. So basically Bonarici following all of my rules. Everybody on YouTube is banned. One guy ruined it for everybody. $1,800 players hang their queen all the time. You just don't notice it. You skipped my game with Hit Bear. I skipped nothing. Yeah, it's going all around. It's not in any particular order. Martian Oreo, thanks for subscribing. I said earlier, Sit Bear, if somehow I missed your game, then submit it next week. But I didn't miss your game. Unless I did. I don't think I did. Oh yeah, I definitely did. Cool. Okay, had to follow the Feingold rule of sack the exchange. Sadly, the guy didn't let me play out a smoother mate in this one. It would have been either the second or third time I've ever gotten to play it. So our hero is black. It's they're both 1600 something, and it's a 10-minute game. Hello, my dude. So far, good game. Knight a6 is a little strange. a3 is a little strange. Knight b8 is very strange. Knight c6 isn't strange. That's good. What? I'm confused because white didn't take the bishop. So black played bishop g4, hanging his bishop, and white didn't take it. And this was the best game they could submit. It's not bye-bye bishop because he didn't take the bishop. No, it's not bullet. It's a 10-minute game. I'll have to submit this to Kramnik to see if white cheated in reverse. Like, you hung your bishop, and then the guy didn't take it. Okay, well, this mistake was made. White's still better here. Now it's about equal. Ooh, c4. Ooh. Yeah, you have pressure on d4. The d4 pawn's pinned. So you don't play c4 and alleviate the pressure, especially when white is starting a kingside attack. So c4 is very bad strategically. Yeah, white needs the h4 square for his queen. So white should play rook h3 so he can play queen h4 later. Yeah, it says after rook e5, white's just winning because white has this winning attack. After knight e5, white's better, but rook e5 was better with the idea of rook g5. Bishop d2 is just terrible. Now the game's equal, it says. Bishop c1's good. Always sack the exchange. Not sure why, but Engine says it's playable. So after knight e4, black is threatening the queen, and this is the part white didn't see, the and. Queen takes d4 check. So white should play queen e3, and white is slightly better. But white didn't see the queen takes d4 part of the equation. So now white gets checkmated and smothered mated and checkmated. And white resigned. If king here, then mate. And if king here, then knight check and so forth. So that game ended on a one-move blunder. In this position, white can play queen e3, and it's anybody's game. But white didn't see queen takes d4 check, which checkmates and wins the knight and takes a pawn with check. Rook is blocked by the knight. So very poor defense from white playing queen h3. Only looking at his own attack, not seeing black's counterplay. Hi, Ben. This was a 90 plus 30 OTB game, the first round of a new weekly tournament. Since there's only one section, the first round of the Swiss pairings had me playing way up. My opponent was an IM on USCF floor 2200. He's older than you, if that was somehow possible. I thought maybe I could get a perpetual, but then D4 crushed my soul. Okay, so our hero's white. He's 1600, playing a 2200 IM in a slow game. So far, so good. They play A4 here, don't they? It says castles. I don't know. I like A4. But this is okay. This is just equal. That's a bit passive. White should play knight G3 here. Okay, this is still equal. Knight G3 is good. Ooh, that's not good. This is a very nice pawn here. White should just play bishop E3. You have to maintain tension. White's still slightly better here. Well, not after that. No reason to give your bishop away. And then that's not a good move. Black should just take the bishop and then play knight E4. I wonder if white was Anthony Sadie. He's older than me. He's 2200 and he's an IM. You're playing a good game against an IM. The position's still equal. Ooh, King E1. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, that's not good. God damn. Yeah, here you should play knight F3. Your knight's not good on H4, especially since he can take it. King E1 just loses all your pieces. Then you have no pieces left. Yeah, now you're just lost. D3 check. If king takes D3, knight C5 check wins the queen. Then the pawn just queens. I mean, you played an excellent game and were not outplayed by your opponent. Then you played King E1, which lost your queen for a rook and two knights. Then you were just materially lost. But that was a good game before you played King E1. You know, you're paired up 600 points. What's that? I am rated 2200, Levy? No, the person said that they were older than me. Levy may be many things, but he's not older than me. Okay, this game was submitted in the wrong channel, but I knew what the guy meant to do, so I put it in the right channel. He didn't write anything. He just submitted the blitz game that we played, I guess yesterday, and sub Saturday. So our hero's white, even though I'm black. Okay, this is all good. That's not dubious. That's fine. That's also not dubious. That's not question mark. That's fine. Yeah, black's slightly better. It's no big deal. Yeah, b3 is not a good move. Yeah, black has 2 bishops, so black's better. Yeah, knight g6 just hangs my c-pawn. That's just a terrible move. My knight was defending my c-pawn. Then I just hung my c-pawn. It says it's still equal. Even that move is okay. Bishop d2, double question mark. Well, his knight's hanging, so after queen b8, he has to do something about his knight, which he didn't do. Okay, so now I'm winning because I'm a piece up. Yeah, then I blundered a piece. I thought after king takes f2, I could check and take his bishop. I forgot his queen was defending e2. So bishop takes was a terrible blunder. It says I'm slightly better here. It says this is equal. King g3, double question mark. They should play king g1. King g3 looks crazy. Yeah, now his king is all exposed. Yeah, then a6 hangs his rook. Yeah, now he's either getting mated or losing his rook. It says question mark because now he should take my rook. And then it says I'm winning, but I have better ways to win. Yeah, so that was a very bad game. That was played in Sub Saturday yesterday. I had the black pieces. So black was better out of the opening. Then I gave all my advantage away, and then I was worse. Then he blundered a piece. Then I sacked a piece thinking I'd win it back, but I was wrong. Then he played king g3, getting his king 2 exposed, and then I won. So, a very colorful game. There's a lot of colors in that game. $29-29 with 6 minutes to go. Good game. Okay, that's all the games I'm going to look at today. If you submitted a game in the last 2 weeks and I didn't look at it, submit it next week, and then I'll look at it. We'll be back on schedule. Also, if you're sit there, you're banned. Thanks to everybody for supporting the stream and so forth. Sit Bear does submit 2 games most weeks. Very suspicious. Luckily, I don't look at games some weeks, so that works out well. I'm still on Chess TV for another half hour, so we can talk about Trump and California and, the Lakers. Can you talk about football? I can. The score's 29-29. Hey, the woman that hangs out with Trump that is supposed to be Melania, who is that? Is that like a stunt double? Because it's clearly not Melania. Seems like dark Melania is skinnier. It's her. I checked. You checked. What? CIA agent. That's correct, Sit Bear. It's a cat TV. What's cat TV? Sounds good. A bunch of birds and mice. Cat TV. Yeah, cat would like that, I guess. Hey, 98 Benny. Good first time chat. Let's look at the end of the Caruana game because that was really cool. Let's see. Events. I can't put the camera there for this scene. We never set it up. Damn. All right. Oh, maybe event games. Okay, there we go. I thought we set it up. Yeah, here's the end of the Caruana game with Vincent Keimer today. Caruana's black. Yeah, now black's completely winning. Yeah, now Fabi played a fantastic move, d4. So the idea is if you take it, bishop d5, and black's threatening rook d3, and black's threatening rook d4. And if you take with the knight, then I play rook d3, bishop a1, rook a3, and if bishop here, then rook here pins the bishop. So after d4, he played bishop b2. At the end of the game was really cool. Then Fabi played d2. And then Fabi never played the winning move in this position. What did Fabi play here with black? I didn't see Wicked, but my daughter told me it was good. He played F3, that's correct. And then Vincent resigned. That was a really cool ending to the game. That if king takes rook, then F2. Yeah, Fabi's good. That's right. Can't stop them all. Push him, baby. Is F4 fine? Of course. Just never play F3 unless you're Fabi. Never play F3 is for white. For black, it's never play F6. Yeah, that was a nice finish. Because Fabi saw it in this position. When he played bishop takes knight, he saw D2 and then F3 check. Might have seen it before, but definitely saw it when he took the knight. How do you participate in Sub Sunday? It's too complicated. Yeah, F3 and F6 are bad, but F4 and F5 are good. That's correct. It's not to reason why. It's but to do and die. Shattered and sundered. Stormed at with shot and shell, they that had fought so well. Half a league, half a league, half a league under. The Valley of Death rode the 600. That was 600 USCF. That was the problem. Bonarici's banned for not playing Bishop F1. Archer played in a tournament today at our old chess club and he won. Got 2.5 out of 3. Won $75. Archer's USCF rating is about 1920. All right, that's enough streaming. Let's raid somebody. Okay, we'll raid the Chess Sharks. Thanks for watching, everybody. And thanks to everybody for supporting the stream, especially Grandmaster Gus and JAA928, putting us at 600 subs. I'll see you guys Tuesday.